We here at ClickVision TV just suffered a death in the family. Our internet ceased to be at the exact moment I was interviewing the two Jews on film. Now, we here at the office weren't the only ones affected by this great loss. Their video feed suffered immensely. So what you're about to see is my side of the interview with LA's favorite bagel-loving, movie-reviewing couple. What you're about to hear is their side of the interview. Enjoy. All right, so John and Joan Schwartz from Two Jews on Film, thank you guys so much for joining us again, giving us a second chance. It's very good to have you guys here tonight.
It's great to be here. This is so much fun.
I'm praying the internet gods are on our side tonight.
I have a feeling they are, but we'll see. I hope they are. But yeah, this is a little different for you guys because I know you guys do your show straight from your iPhone. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, we do it in our den. We don't rehearse. We just put on the iPhone and we do it. That's
extremely cool. And I know you guys you're versed in just kind of going on air without any sort of rehearsal in that. John, you're a writer, producer, and I believe director. And Joan, you're actress on and off Broadway, and you're a writer with your husband. So you guys are very, very fluent in just kind of going. Is that correct?
That's basically it.
And also
yeah.
sitting down.
And also sitting down.
The thing is, the way this all started is that we see movies all the time, and we always argue about them because we rarely agree. So Amelia Mulkey, our producer, said, "Oh my God, you guys have to have a show." So she said.
And just to give you a little background, Amelia's father, he and I have been best friends for 35 years, and he's a very well-known actor in town. And I've known Amelia since she was a little girl holding a basketball, asking me to help her teach her how to shoot a basketball. And now she's our producer.
Yeah. So anyway, so she sat us down in our den. She, turned the iPhone on, and our first review was Nowhere Boy, about the Beatles.
Absolutely.
John Lennon.
And we did it in one take. And Amelia said, "See, I knew it would work."
Brilliant.
That's it. That's how it started.
That's great. Now, I wanted to see Nowhere Boy, and I haven't actually gotten a chance to see that review you guys did, but I'm a huge Beatles fan. I wanted to see that. What did you guys think of it?
Fan, you got to see
it. Yeah, I love this movie. I think I gave it a lot of bagels.
I gave it a lot of bagels. I didn't love it as much as Joan, but then again, I am much more critical.
I was going to say, that's something I've noticed if I'm watching all your videos is, John, you definitely are slightly more critical than what Joan is on your movie taste.
But believe it or not, all I want to do is I want to believe what I'm seeing. And when I don't believe what I'm seeing, I begin to technically rip it apart to understand why. And by the time I'm ready with Joan, I know she's going to like it, and I'll be telling the truth.
Because I just want to have the experience, right? So if I'm seeing a comedy and it makes me laugh, I love it. If I'm seeing an action film and it makes me excited, then I love it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I don't want to criticize it. I want to enjoy myself.
Absolutely, and that's kind of a lot of people. I'm kind of one of those that if there's a lot of hype to a movie, then I go and it's just a dud, then I am going to be a little upset because of all the hype. But I'm also one of those that goes to the movie knowing that not every movie is going to epically change my life. So it's just you're going to be entertained, and that's what's really fun about the movies.
You know how you can epically change your life by going to an epic movie? Did you know that?
That's even.
I'm joking.
That's a good point. There was a movie called Epic Movie.
John did these crazy movies, Faces of Death. You know that, right?
Yes, I did, yes.
And I didn't know that about him until we went on our first date. And you know what I mean?
What a thing to find out on your first date.
What? Yeah, I was in a video.
Especially when you're on magic mushrooms.
Oh,
imagine
that. I was in a video store. I was going to rent Lawrence of Arabia. And then I saw Faces of Death, and I looked at it, and I said to the clerk, "What sick person can watch these movies?" And then 2 weeks later, I met John in a movie theater, and he said I did Faces of Death.
You're kidding.
She was an autograph hound. She wouldn't leave me alone. She wanted me to sign the cassette.
I'm sure that's what it was. Yeah, I'm sure. That sounds exactly like what it was. What was the first movie you guys actually saw together in the theater?
Oh, my God. We saw a film called, Round Midnight. And
Clint Eastwood movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was about a jazz
saxophonist.
John wound up falling asleep. His head went on another girl's shoulder that he didn't know. I was so freaking embarrassed.
And you know what? Afterwards, I had to buy them both dinner, which was really a
drag. No, I said, wake up, and we left the theater, and I swore that I was never going to see him again. That was our first date.
But obviously you did see him again.
Animals one day, and that was the end of it.
Okay.
How long have you guys been married, by the way?
Back to movies. 23 years.
23 years.
I was a child bride. Yeah, I was a child bride.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, I know you guys, you do.
Jerry Lee Lewis, I contacted Jerry Lee Lewis, who liked 14-year-olds, and so he counseled me when I met Joan.
You are so weird. Go ahead, Justin.
So, was Woody Allen on the conference call on that one too, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You guys disagree a lot on movies, but has there been any one movie that you guys have disagreed on that has really caused trouble in your relationship, where the fists almost flew at each other?
Oh, no. It's all in fun.
Okay.
I mean, no. He'll say, can I use
No, but before the cameras roll, we could be having like a really big argument, you know.
About something other than...
But when the cameras roll, like we put all that behind us.
Yeah, because we're New Yorkers, you know. It's like we're emotional and we just express everything.
But what we found is that we can connect our life experience with reviewing, which makes us so different than anybody else on the air, because of our life experience and because of the way we talk about our relationship and our love for the movies and each other. It gives a different twist to the whole concept of a movie reviewer. We're life reviewers. It really does, and that's something that you don't get with a lot of reviewers, and I really think that's special that you do have that, and you can tell there's definitely a chemistry there, and sometimes it does look unrehearsed. You guys are maybe don't have a word or two that you're trying to think of, but it definitely makes it real, and it just shows that how well a married couple who is truly in love can work together, and I think that definitely comes through in what you guys do for sure. We have a good time with it, and I have to tell you, I've done a lot of things in the film industry over the years that I've worked here, and nothing has been as pleasurable as this.
Yeah, it's really fun.
You just earned some huge brownie points.
You know what's really funny? We have friends that actually go see the films we recommend, and then if they don't like it, they actually get pissed off at us. How could you tell us to notice it?
As if you guys are the end-all, be-all of movies, right?
I know. It's like you can't please everybody.
So what we're hoping now is that Click TV will reach new dimensions of exposure so that Two Jews on Film can be seen by a wider and greater audience, including you.
Absolutely.
And your show, too.
Absolutely. And that's something that we're definitely working on, and I urge you to keep checking back in the next few months because there's some big stuff happening. But I got to ask you, everyone has that kind of list of their top 5 people that they have a freebie with. If they ever, the celebrities they have a freebie with, if they ever meet them, and you guys are very studied in the world of movies and stuff, so your list has to be very, very refined. I want to know, for both of you, what's one person off each of your lists?
Oh, for me it would be Al Pacino.
Really?
The actor. If you're talking about actors.
Yes.
Yeah, actors.
Or actresses. It's your call.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I got to meet Juliette Binoche.
Okay.
Do you know who she is?
I actually don't know.
Water for Chocolate.
She did Water for Chocolate. She was nominated.
Johnny Depp.
She was nominated for an Oscar.
Okay, yes.
She's a French actress.
Okay.
And she told me I made her cry, and that was like so cool because she's one of my favorite actresses. I met her in my acting workshop, and I got off the stage, and she said, "You made me cry," and it was so sweet, and we talked for a really long time.
Phenomenal. John, what about you?
You know, I have met so many people and so many actors, but I'm going to, in deference to our producer here, her dad, I've known for 35 years and watched him grow into like an incredible character actor. And just watching the different things that he does over the years, and besides being a father to 2 remarkable girls, he's one of my favorite people to watch because he's always working on himself and improving himself.
And his name is Chris Mulkey, and he's on this series called Boardwalk, with Steve Buscemi.
Absolutely, yeah.
To give him a, what? Oh, Boardwalk Empire. But no, you know who I'd love to meet is Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yes. He seems like a fun person to meet and hang out with.
Yeah, I love everything he does. I've never seen a movie that he's done that I haven't liked. So I'd love to meet him as well.
Absolutely. I got 2 more.
I have Italians. I want to meet the Italians.
Who doesn't want to meet a good Italian, right?
I might send you with a way ticket.
Go ahead.
I got 2 more questions for you guys. One, your favorite all-time movie, and how many bagels would you give it, and what would you put on those bagels?
Okay, my favorite all-time movie is Lawrence of Arabia.
Okay, classic.
I've seen it 16 times.
Okay.
16, and I'll give it 5 bagels with lox, cream cheese, onion, and what else can you put on a bagel? I mean, I love that movie. I just love that movie. Every time I see it, which is at least twice a year, it makes me happy.
Fair enough.
That's it. What about you?
I used to love Julie Christie. I had a poster of her when I was a kid in my room. It was sticking to the wall, and I don't know by what, but that was besides.
So what movie? What's your all-time
What is your
favorite?
My all-time favorite movie would have to be one of two movies. The Exorcist, William Friedkin's film, because I saw it when I was 16 and didn't know what I was going to see, and I felt haunted afterwards.
As many
and
do.
Also, the Godfather, the original Godfather.
yeah.
Is a
Absolutely.
masterpiece.
How many bagels, honey?
Oh, they're both 5 bagels.
Yeah.
5 bagels with the works.
One gets pesto on it because it's the Godfather.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a little pesto, maybe a little prosciutto. Yeah. And then finally, I think I know the answer to this, but New York or L.A., who has the better bagels?
Oh, like New York?
As a matter of fact, we're dealing with a major new franchise.
Don't say who it is.
And what makes them unique in California is that what makes the bread so great in New York is the water, and they're actually imported water from New York City.
Really?
To make their bagels.
Yeah, New York has the best water, and that's why the pizza is so incredible and the bagels are so incredible.
I believe an episode of Entourage covered that, did it not?
Yeah, and that's right, and it's so true.
Okay.
I mean, you just can't believe the difference. It's like New York Chinese food. LA does not have Chinese food like New York Chinese food.
And Chicago, in deference to you, Chicago has their own unique food.
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
I really can't tell you about because I've been there once and didn't eat there. So.
Well, you guys,
Passing through.
we're going to have you guys actually into Chicago sometime, into the show, and then we'll go down and we'll have all sorts of different food.
And you'll come to Hollywood and we'll take you to a whole bunch of screenings.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's do that. John and Joan Schwartz from Two Jews on Film, thank you guys so much for chatting with us and for giving us another shot. And is there a website we can go see you guys at?
Yeah, www.twojewsonfilm, spelled TWOJEWS, on film.com.
Awesome. Two Jews on
That's
Film.
our website.
And also check them out right here on ClickVision TV, Two Jews on Film. John and Joe Schwartz, thank you again so much. You guys have been a pleasure. Thank you.